Hello everyone and welcome to another royal reading here at MadWorldTarot. Friday afternoon, I have the Shadowland Tarot on the tarot table for this reading, and that is because I am looking at sort of grudges and grievances, shadowy kind of energy and that projection sense of the word shadow. And the story I'm reading on with these cards is, of course, the story that's been circulating for the past few days that allegedly Harry and Meghan are contemplating suing Donald Trump. And of course, this relates back to Trump saying, no, he's not going to bother to deport Prince Harry. Harry's got enough trouble in his life with Meghan Markle. She's terrible. So I'm going to ask if they really are contemplating legal action. It would be for defamation, of course, for the alleged harm that this comment has done to their brand. We're going to investigate how they feel about what Donald Trump said. Is it still an open wound? Is it still rankling, festering away? Are they considering legal action? I gather it's pretty difficult to sue the president, and particularly for defamation. And I'm not a legal expert, of course, just saying. And I want to know what damage, if any, was done to their brand by this claim that Meghan is terrible. In my opinion, of course, the Parkles are damaging their own brand all by themselves with their behaviour, their erratic behaviour, their quite vicious and vengeful behaviour. That's my opinion, of course. But we're going to ask how damaged their brand has been and whether they will, in fact, sue. The story comes from a pretty dubious source, I have to say, and has been picked up by Radar Online. I think it first started circulating in Spanish kind of tabloidy magazines. As far as I can tell, I haven't done detailed research and internet sleuthing. That's just what I gather. And let's remind you, this is all about what I gather. This is tarot for fun and entertainment. It's all opinions, all speculation. My opinion, my speculation. And of course, just read energy. Disclaimer in the box below. It is a festering wound. 5 of Cups is our underlying energy. Oh, so sad. The 5 of Cups is kind of fixated energy, fixated on what you've lost, on your grievances, your self-pity, your regrets, the things that have gone wrong in your life. You're very focused on what has gone wrong in your life and unaware of the good things that are still available to you if you just shifted focus and looked around and thought, oh, well, I can be grateful for good things that I have in my life instead of being obsessed with the things that I have lost or the things that have gone wrong or the things that the President of the United States has said about you. Ouch. 5 of Cups, very much an open wound as far as I am concerned and as far as the energy is telling me. So let's have a look at the actual situation we're dealing with, this idea that the Parkles are going to sue. We've got the 10 of Pentacles. That would be the brand. The brand that they're trying to set up for their financial future-proofing. 10 of Pentacles. Something that is their legacy that they're trying to build. Of course, they could have just stayed in the royal family and had a 1,000-year legacy behind them and stretching away into the future as well. I don't think for another 1,000 years. That's my opinion. But for the foreseeable future anyway, it's about big bucks, money, maximizing your financial potential is the 10 of Pentacles, making huge deals. And we've had a few with Penguin Random House and Spotify and Netflix and even that silly group that Harry allegedly works for. What are they called again? Better Up. And a few other things, investments and stuff like that. And never mind the alleged grift that they've got going. Allegedly, we'll throw that word in again, and as many times as I can in one sentence. Allegedly with USAID. We've looked at that in the past, and that's just popped up as a background noise in this reading because the 10 of Pentacles is all about as much money as you can possibly grab for yourself to make sure that you're stinking rich forever and ever and ever, as ever. So let's get to the meat of the reading. And how are they feeling about this comment? Is it still rankling? Yes, it is still rankling. So what else does universe have? Oh, it's more than rankling. Disastrous. The Tower. The worst possible timing. Of course, she was about to launch her brand and the silly Netflix show, and Harry was off to the Invictus Games in Canada. His big moment in his life. He doesn't have any other moments, really. This is all his life is now. That's my personal opinion. And the timing was terrible, and it came as a bolt of lightning out of the blue. That's the Tower. Struck them when they least expected to be hit with this kind of impact, with this kind of shock. It's real shock and awe, actually, the Tower. You can see tumbling down. You can see Castle, the Tower, blown up. It's devastating. I can't express to you how devastating this announcement from Donald Trump was. This comment, it's not an announcement, this throwaway comment was for them and still is. They're going to blame this for everything that goes wrong in their lives. They've always got someone to blame. I think it's a bit of a stretch now for them to blame the royal family for how badly their lives are. Meghan has tried in that ridiculous Instagram thing that she recorded, claiming that she'd been silenced all these years and hadn't been able to do gardening and cooking and crafting and whatever else she likes to do. Without blaming the royal family directly, it was insinuated that they had shut her down. But of course, she left the royal family 5 years ago. So it's, as I say, it's quite a stretch to blame them for the fact that she hasn't done any gardening or cooking or flower arranging or cutting strawberries into hearts or whatever it is that the royal family has somehow miraculously stopped her from doing while she's been living in that mudslide mansion in Montecito. Yeah, it's move on now, find someone new to blame, find Donald Trump to blame. That's my opinion, of course. So, are they talking to their lawyers and figuring out how they can sue him? They are terribly litigious, as we know, both of them equally litigious. And as I say, that might be just a bit tricky with the incumbent president of the United States as your likely defendant. Oh, Wheel of Fortune, they are going to, well, they're trying their luck. That's literally try your luck card, the Wheel of Fortune. It's all about timing. It's all about what you can win. A bit of a roulette wheel vibe that card literally has, the Wheel of Fortune. Can we spin it in our favor? Amazing. It's a big card. It's Major Arcana. It's about timing. It's about taking a chance, trying it on. Really, it's about trying it on. I'm all shook, I have to say. Goodness me. Okay. Damage to their brand. As I personally believe, they themselves are shooting themselves in those, well, in her case, rather unfortunate feet constantly at the moment. So, and have been for a long time. Damage to brand, 8 of Wands. Damage in the sense of the message got out there. It's not damage. It's news. It's spread around. It's repeated. That's 8 of Wands. The message is getting around. It's traveling fast. It's going from person to person. Did you hear what Donald Trump said about Meghan Markle? She's terrible. There's that kind of a vibe. So instead of, oh my word, look at those strawberries she's cut into hearts. And the way she drizzles honey straight from the honey jar or bottle from a dizzy height. She drizzles it without even one of those honey dippers. She just pours it straight from the plastic bottle jar. We have Donald Trump says she's terrible. And people ho, ho, ho about it. Lots of ho, ho, ho around and about. So, yeah, it's the message. And it's getting around. So what's going to happen? Outcome of this. To me, the most unlikely tale that the Parkles are going to try and sue Donald Trump for defamation. But anyway, we're reading on it because I keep seeing it being repeated and picked up and people talking about it. So we do tarot reading on it. We have the Tower. We have the Wheel of Fortune. We've got big money card, 10 of Pentacles there. We've got the Great Woe card on the table, 5 of Cups. Outcome, what's going to happen? Are they going to sue him? 5 of Wands is a conflict. It's possible with that card because it's fighting energy. It's a challenge. I think is a good word to describe the 5 of Wands energy. Generally challenging someone. Challenging for dominance, challenging for supremacy. There could be infighting in their team. People saying never, not a chance, don't even dream about it. It's how do you prove that what Donald Trump has said is causing damage to your brand and all of that kind of stuff. And maybe it's true. Maybe she is terrible. But there is contesting energy in there. So it's possible. I'm going to clarify that because it's quite intriguing, that card, 5 of Wands. I didn't expect to get that level of challenge energy as the outcome. So I want to know, can you clarify that? Does it mean they're actually going to... I need swords. I need those kinds of things. I need justice, judgment. That's just... sort of sparring energy, the 5 of Wands, as you can see. But I need to see if it's actually going to go beyond that. If the cards want to tell us, they might not want to. Sometimes they just sit quietly and say, no, we've given you all we're prepared to give you right now. Got 2 5s on the table, just as a matter of interest. Okay, we got 2. Normally I don't like to have 2. We got the Star, which is, and we've got Temperance, and it's sort of flipped around. They're being told patience, just proceed carefully here, even though they want to. There's a big energy with that Temperance card of just don't the hair is on fire here in this Temperance card. Don't lose your hair over this. You haven't got much hair left either of you, my opinion. Be patient, be a bit cautious. The Star card is healing. So I think there's a tremendous grievance here and a desire to contest and fight and to try their luck. But it looks like wiser heads are trying to prevail. They haven't yet. That's why the card has come out sideways like that. They're in between. Devil energy is saying go for it. Try your luck. You never know. And angel energy, when Temperance is upright, is we'll just be patient, we'll be calm, we'll won't explain, won't complain thing, that famous saying. There's that kind of energy, but it's in the balance still. They haven't got decided. There is the Star energy as well of healing and hope and all that lovely stuff. Just get on with your life and your shows coming out, and maybe you can just prove to everybody what a magnificent hostess you are because you can't cook clearly. And as for that vision board, the less said the better about that vision board. So it doesn't look like it's going to go any further than shouting and fighting and phoning the lawyers in the middle of the night and more shouting. That's my opinion. But as I say, it hasn't quite made up its mind here, which is why I think we struggled to squeeze some cards out of this Shadowland Tarot to get some clarification. That's the reading. Thanks for watching. I'll see you on the next one.